Okay, I got to fix the damn camera angle because the battery died. So now I'm back to continue here, and where I was Japan. I lived in Japan with my ex-wife Yuka and my daughter Risa for 8 years, and it was a wonderful experience. I basically went there because I've always wanted to go, and I had kind of a calling to go. I've been there 5 times in total before I lived there. And I'm just fascinated with the culture, the people, the girls. It was like, blonde hair, blue eyes. You're just a superhero there. Getting off the plane, it's just, everybody looks at you. I had one experience where I was, a couple schoolgirls, this was about 15 years ago. I was coming down an escalator, not thinking anything, minding my own business, and some girl drops her cell phone and just like looks at me, and I didn't really know what to do. I felt like a celebrity. It was kind of cool. So yeah, I think, I was attracted to the place, maybe a past life, maybe U.S. military. I liked Roppongi a lot, especially in the days of the late 90s, early 2000s, before the Africans took over. It's kind of a dirty place now. I was attracted to that. Also, I lived in a place called Hikarigaoka, which is a ex-U.S. military base, which I didn't know at the time. It was an Air Force base, and then the park is where the base was. And I used to drink a lot, and I used to end up in the park. I don't know why. It was just a great place. I loved that park. And it was kind of funny, because after I met my twin flame, my beloved twin flame, I felt like there was no need to live there. And that's what brought me back to here. Because I wanted my daughter to grow up here in English and go to school and learn the North American way. I'm in Canada, so Vancouver. And I actually live in New Westminster, which is a weird intuition I had about my twin flame, and this day it kind of all started, which on that video I'll let you know. Must be having a throat chakra thing, getting everything out. My Japanese isn't great. I need to study more, especially with my daughter, because I would really like to speak to my future mother-in-law in the future, when I have a future mother-in-law, because Japanese would be a good way to communicate with them, and my Japanese isn't great. I can kind of squeeze by and order and go to the bathroom and catch a train. And the last part here is the path, ultimate mission in life. A near-death experience. After that experience, it was like I came back and I needed to help others, and for years I helped people, but I didn't have a way to get out to everyone like YouTube. I helped a lot of friends with game, helped a lot of friends with health and fitness and working out, and I'm not really big now because I haven't really worked out much in 2 months and haven't been eating well, and lost massive size because I'm not eating enough protein. But I was pretty big and pretty lean when I was in Tokyo. I wish I had a shot without my shirt on, because the 22nd of August I was just looking phenomenal. I remember staying at Donnie's house with my friend Donnie, who lives there, one of my best friends. He's really supportive. And our other friend Cowrie. And I remember waking up in the morning, and Donnie woke up a little later than me, and I guess I just took a shower and I came in, and they were both like, man, he looks so ripped and so big. I just felt like goddamn superhero. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to meet my twin flame, the best of the best. I'm going to beat out, I'll use this word sometimes, I don't use it a lot, I use it when I'm in 3D, Indian Chode. That was kind of her boyfriend who broke up with her, and they got back together, and I'm kind of thinking that now she's probably realizing he's not the guy, and working on herself and trying to figure out about love and all that other cool stuff. And I just want to be the best of the best. That's kind of my thing. And at the same time, I got to accept that where I am now is more than enough. Whether I'm a little fat on this, I'm kind of on a keto diet, I'm losing fat, but I'm not super big, and every day wherever I am is more than enough. And overcoming our fears and limiting beliefs and moving forward every day. And I've had challenges with the word moving on and moving forward. moving on. Let go and just move on. Forget about her. Forget about this. Cut the whole thing off. That was my thinking of moving on, but I changed it. Moving on is turning it over to the universe to sort out. I'm going to go do my path. I'm going to take care of my mission, move forward, and turning it over to the universe to take care of me. It's all going to work out fine in all divine time. Next is just a little thank you. I have a long list of people to thank to wrap up this introductory video. And I want to first thank my twin flame. If it wasn't for her on that day, I'm guessing it was probably December, mid to late December 2013, we were standing on the platform of the Keio line in Tokyo, where she lives on the Keio line, and I was close to where I was working at the English school at the time, and I remember we stood on the platform. She came over to my side and just wanted to spend time with me. And we were hugging and we were holding each other and we were just in love, and it was wonderful. It was just awesome. She asked me 2 questions that changed my life. First one was, I'm worried about the future. I'm worried about our future kids, and I'm worried about your daughter Risa, and how are you going to take care of all of us on your, more or less, well, I was hearing, your crappy $1,200 a month part-time English teaching job. And I was kind of like, wow, you know. And the next was your health. I'm worried about your health because you've had cancer, you had this. You know, I'm 22 years younger than you. She's 22 years younger than me. And she doesn't want me to die in my 60s and, you know what I mean, have some heart attack or some crazy shit. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to die till 101 or 102. Plan is 102 now. With all the peptides and all the SARMs and whatever I can get on my hands on to keep myself, you know, healthy and fit and good shape and all that. And those 2 questions, they resonated with me. And I remember going home and I'm like, man, my life is fucking not good enough. I don't swear much, but my life is not good enough. And I remember contacting my friend Joe. He's one of my best friends and longest friend. We've been friends 23 years? 24 years. 24 years, because the day that I met him is my twin flame's birthday, exact to the date, except that she was born probably before I met him, because we were in Canada and she was in Japan, but you know, same date. And also my daughter's born on the same date. Yeah, she was born 2004, and my twin's sister's name is the same as my daughter, and she loves peanut butter just as much as me, which I don't know anyone other than my daughter who loves peanut butter. Who's going to put peanut butter on hot dogs, hamburgers, scrambled eggs, what else did I, chicken sandwich with peanut butter, and tuna. She would do tuna. My daughter wouldn't, she doesn't like fish. So, thank you, my twin flame there, and I'll explain a lot more in future videos about that and all the crazy synchronicities and whatever I went on. My daughter, Risa, of course. #1 supporter here. I'm a superhero dad for her. She actually wrote that once on Facebook. It was just great, you know. My dad is a superhero or something like that. My ex-wife, Yuka, and her new husband, Rao. It's been hard for them because this whole twin flame thing came in my marriage, and supposedly what I've heard is twin flames rule over any other soulmates, and I would say Risa and Yuka are my 2 closest soulmates on this planet right now, and probably since I met them both. And Yuka's husband, Rao, really spiritual, very nice guy. He's younger than her. We're starting to get along now, you know. We had some issues over when I went to Dubai and some letter he delivered for Yuka to my twin, and did it mess things up? I really don't know. But it was part of it, but it's gone. We've sorted that out. Next will be Donnie. I've known Donnie, since 2001? That's a long time. We used to work at H&R Block together. He looked like this old fat guy with glasses who I thought was like in his 30s. I thought he was older than me. Married with some fat Indian wife and really unhappy, but he ended up being like 19 and loved hip-hop and 80s music and computers, and we became real good best friends and go to the gym and work out. I stay with him when I go there. And also Ken. Ken's great. He's worked with me on my alcohol issues, and he's always been there, especially with my twin flame situation. He's there to the day. He gives me advice, And I first read it and I don't want to hear it, and I write back, and then I reread it a couple times. I'm like, yeah, he exactly knows what he's talking about. Then we got Mike. I met Mike, I don't know, about 6 or 7 years ago now. I think it was 2008. He was a friend of another friend named Ian, and I met him through the pickup community. We ended up becoming this kind of spiritual guy who was into self-help and personal development, and told me what to do when I was going crazy about my twin flame and the energy was going all crazy. Just calm down, sit down, let the energy go through you and release it out of the top of your head or something like that. And he had this crazy birthday party, and I went there with my twin flame, and it was awesome. And the stuff my twin wrote about how great the party was and how I took care of it was amazing. And there's Donna, which is Donnie's sister. We're really close. She's very spiritual. We hang out when she has time. She knows about my journey working out. Also, Zan. Met Zan, must have been March 2015, after I got back from Dubai and all screwed up and supposedly slept in my bed and was depressed for 2 months. But when I go back on Facebook, I see all the pictures of my friend Jace, who helped me out a lot. Friend Jeffrey, which we were the flyers together on set. We'd fly around and help other departments. Now he's an actor, or he always was, but now he's a bigger actor. And I became an assistant director, which is a great thing. I love my job. I don't know where that's going to go, but for now it's a wonderful thing, and I love my team. I want to say Nestor and Chris, who are great friends. I met them through the Freemasons over there. Nestor really helped me with my twin flame this time. He wrote a letter in Japanese, and I sent it to a friend, and he got a response, and he was the communication guy. Also, Leon, he took me out when I was feeling down. He's a co-worker in the production design and props department, as well as Jill and Richard. When I was standing on the platform that day, I went and called Jill on Skype. He was having a rough time. I was having a rough time. We just ended up connecting. It was great. He asked, when are you moving back? I said, when are you going to give me a job? He said, if you move back, I'll give you a job. I'm like, okay. Well, I set that in motion that was January 2014, in motion for May 10th, when my twin was supposed to go to Guam. She ended up not going to Guam and going to Dubai, but we'll get into that later. And Jill and Richard are two friends that I've known. Jill 24 years and Richard for 12, who work out in my company, and they're really supportive of me, help me out a lot. I want to say Troy and Jeff, my 80 co-workers and my 80 team, they've been really supportive. Here's where I come and mention Dr. Tony Huge, who I started watching his videos probably earlier this year sometime. And it was about DMP, the most dangerous fat loss drug in the world. And it got me going, I just kind of like this guy. It's like, this guy's like me, or who I used to be. It's like, hottie alert. You know, oh, this drug does this drug does that. I'm a lawyer. They can't come after me. This is my life. I'm open and honest, and I just love that. And he was one of the reasons that, you know, I started a channel. Him and Jerry Ward and Brad Holiday, they're all these honest guys that just go on and tell it the way it is. Next is Lyle, a good friend. When I got out of having cancer, he had some issues, and I read about him in the paper, and I went to the library and I met up with him. We've been friends ever since. And I've been supportive of him, and he's been supportive of me. And back to Jerry. Jerry's my trainer earlier on this year and the end of last year, and he was really, really great help when it came to training and what I needed to do to slim down. We'll go to Jason Angela. When I was coming back from Tokyo on my Dubai trip, I was on the plane. I haven't seen the guy for like 10 years or something, ran into him. We became great friends. Him and his wife Angela have been very supportive. And Pete, personal development, I've known him for years. And we met back in like the early 90s or mid 90s or something at some business thing. And he's been great. He always helps me through things. As well as Pete, Ninja Pete in Tokyo. I meant to reconnect with Ninja Pete when I was there, but the chaos with my twin flame and the energy, I really didn't get to meet many people, and it was unfortunate. And also Wade, who I haven't talked to for a long time because he's a little mad at me about some Verg in the video shoot and the Africans and the money. I just got to the point where it was like, there's no point chasing a bunch of guys who are not going to give you the money. and promise everything and want you to do work before they pay you. I made a decision. My life's crazy. It's enough. I don't need that money. Whether it's $1,000 or whatever, I don't need it. I can manifest that somewhere else in my life. Wade's a great video editor. He's shot lots of stuff before, so if everyone needs a video guy in Tokyo, you can call Wade. There's another guy named Toby. I haven't talked to him in a while either. Okay, next is my twin's good friend Amy. Emmy, I should say. I call her Amy, but Emmy. She's been very nice, very polite, very kind. I met her the first day I met my twin, everything unrolled. Amy was just always been a kind person to me. I love wishing her happy birthday, or, I was supposed to meet her this time, but she was busy, I was busy. She probably felt the chaos energy, and it's too bad. Joy, spiritual healer friend that I knew for a long time, and I just earlier this year in January, I was having an episode, a big one, right before my anniversary of Dubai. I started going down. I was on Deca, and my other friends were like, "Yeah, man, it's a Deca." I go, "No, I'm on Caber. Deca just makes things a little worse." And I crashed and burned over who really knows what. It had something to do with the twin flame energy. Maybe my twin was feeling something. I don't know. So I went to see Joy, and she pulled out the attachment to my twin, which was a wonderful thing. I healed and was fine for 5 months with the odd little episode. And then Joy, Ken's friend, who's a card reader and a spiritual psychic person. I met her. She's from Canada. She was great. She read my cards the same as my intuition was, but the result was different. We connected through a letter. So if I forgot anybody, I just want to say I'm sorry about that. I want to thank my family, my brother and his wife and the kids and my parents, and just for the support they've had. Right now I'm staying at my parents' house because when I work in film, I'm away from the house about 16 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. And my mom's a great babysitter, and it's easier for my daughter to stay upstairs. My plan is to move out in February. There's a place down at the waterfront. I've visualized it that I'm going to move into, set it all up, and keep this magic wall. Hopefully the room's nice and big. I can put that back there and have a nice TV and a computer and some furniture. I don't care much about furniture, but I want to make it look nice because I kind of have a feeling about some things related to my twin that's going to happen next year. So I just want to say thank you for supporting this. Sorry it's a long video, but this is my introduction, and please post comments, preferably positive comments, because I'd like to know what are these areas that you're interested in, or any other areas, because I'm pretty versed in most things, and I love to talk. So pick a topic, bring a question up. I'll get to you when I can. I'm off right now. When I'm working, I have no time. So I'm going to be opening up a Facebook page, and yeah, so it's great. And any of you that want to troll me, want to leave any negative comments or anything, please do not, because I've embedded energies and magical commands into this video that your karma will come back and get you if you're not at least nice or positive, and that's about it. So thank you very much. Now we're a goddamn superhero. We're going to be the superhero channel. We're going to link to other channels. We're going to go to the Olympia next year. We're going to meet Jerry. We're going to meet Rich. We're going to meet Tony. We're going to meet Mark. We're going to meet all the guys that I love from YouTube and bodybuilding. And I've never been to Las Vegas, so I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, thank you very much.